What's good, y'all? It's me, Jazzy, aka Insane Ribberoo, and today we're going to be talking about Omegle shutting down. Yeah, I know. It's not surprising knowing the allegations and all that. But, I kind of just wanted to celebrate the little life that this website had. I mean, it was kind of a place for people to connect who generally just wanted to have a conversation and not harass kids, not put them in a vulnerable position. I'm sorry I had to say that, but you know, there's just too much of that being associated with this website, and that's probably why it shut down because it was just getting too much for the person who owned the company. And he just decided to shut it down, which it's probably for the best because you know all these social medias, they try to protect kids in the best way they can, but the sad part is that you can't really monitor like every single consumer on a social media platform. You just can't. Like, it's kind of impossible. You can only manage like maybe a few people that are doing something bad, but it's kind of hard for companies to regulate that. And that's why, like, maybe people should try to improve, like, AI to, like, read systems better, like, instead of making it crappy as fuck. Because that's, like, ridiculous that AI is, like, specifically on this platform, YouTube, like, AI has just been messing shit up. Like, people have been getting their videos, like, age restricted, demonetized, or whatever for reasons that do not make sense. But anyways, back to Omegle. Well, there's not really much to say about Omegle. It was just one of those chat sites that just appeared one day and people are just curious to see what it was. I was on it for a couple times, some of which I had some bad encounters. So I'm not going to say that all my encounters were good because that's just simply not. Like, if you've been on Omegle, you know how it goes. You know there's a lot of creeps out there. You know the struggle is real because you're just trying to talk to a normal human being, and then all these people are just being weird. Sus. Let's just say sus. But yeah, I did manage to find an article, so I will be linking it in the description below if you want to read it. And yes, I decided to start off this video with this lovely looking tombstone that is supposed to represent the death of Omegle. So the article is from NBC News, and basically I'm only going to read like a tiny portion of it. So the founder, Leaf K. Brooks, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, announced the closure Wednesday in a lengthy statement posted to the website that touched on what he saw as positives about the platform and the future of the internet. He wrote that Omegle had been used to exploring foreign cultures to get advice about their lives and impartial third parties. Sorry, my throat is dry. I will be getting some water soon after this video. And to help alleviate feelings of loneliness and isolation. So yeah, I could understand where this guy is coming from. He wanted to help people like with depression, being isolated, being alone, all that shit. And that's good, okay? Like, it's good to have people communicate with other people in a way where they can stay in their house and still feel comfortable. Like, I feel like that's what chat sites are supposed to be before, all these bad things started taking over. Like, I just felt like it was supposed to be a way for people to connect without actually leaving their house. Especially if you were, like, agoraphobic. Like, you would definitely just want to stay home and talk to someone rather than going outside because you're scared of the world. And I do completely understand that, but sometimes you have to actually get over your fears and, like, maybe walk outside, touch some grass, and, like, realize, hey, there's some real people out here that I can actually associate with. Like, yeah, you can go and talk to someone on Omegle for, like, I don't know, an hour straight, or even just like 10 minutes, because some people have long ass conversations. Because you can generally, like, meet someone on that type of platform, especially when it has, like, all these options to choose from. It's like giving you categories on what you want to talk about. So yeah, in, like, the brief time that this website existed, I just think it was funny to, like, watch those YouTube videos of, like, Omegle reactions, and now it's like, I mean, it's though, like, those Omegle videos are still gonna exist. So, like, why did I say it like that? Like, okay, let me stop. But I don't understand why, I keep losing my train of thought. This whole video is a fucking mess. I'm sorry, y'all. It is literally 8:26 in the fucking morning, so I apologize. But I do understand why this type of thing existed, but when you have children's lives in danger in a way where it's really affecting the way your platform runs, then I feel like you should at least try to attempt to do something to, like, stop that. The only way that this guy could, like, stop all this harassment towards children was to simply shut down his entire corporation. And honestly, it's kind of sad to see, like, a man who's worked so hard to get where he is, and, like, just see his entire company fall to pieces. I'm sure he meant, like, he didn't want to upset himself by this. Like, he just wanted to make good in the world. And I'm proud of him for doing that, because a lot of social medias can't do that. They want their money, period. They do not have the courage to shut down their platform and be like, hey, let's go find another way to make money instead of being a CEO. But, a lot of people are CEOs nowadays, entrepreneurs, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I just think that Omegle was just a chat site that everybody kind of loved but kind of hated at the same time because of the way some people acted. But, most of the time the interactions were good. Talk to someone, try to get to know them, that sort of thing. So, honestly, I have to say, rest in peace to Omegle. You will not be forgotten. And with that being said, I am going to end this video, and I hope y'all enjoy. And please don't forget that you can innovate the world. You can do anything you possibly want to do in life. But it's important to protect yourself, especially if you are a minor. Like, especially when you're vulnerable, you should be protecting yourself. So that's all I have to say. Peace.